Take a
Okay,
glance
so
at
who
your
really
phone
reads
manual
the
next
manual
time.
on the phone? Like your phone comes with a manual on it, right? It comes with that paper. Yeah, right. It comes sealed in a box. It comes with a paper, all right, a manual, a little booklet. Who really reads that? Well, let me tell you something that is very important to read that manual, because you got to remember that, listen, the government, so-called quote unquote government, if they're trying to deceive their masses, they cannot deceive you without telling you what they're doing first. But but it's kind of like a disclaimer, right? It's kind of like a disclaimer or a warning. We're selling a product and we have a disclaimer or a warning, but we put the warning in like really tiny letters, and we just advertise the product in really big letters. And there is a warning, there's a catch, but we put it in little tiny letters. You got to remember that booklet, that comes with your phone, that's the disclaimer. But you see, you got to remember that the powers that be know that we're very lazy. You know what I mean? So a lot of people aren't really gonna read those manuals. When I get my phone, the first thing I do is throw away that box. I look at the picture a little bit on the box, and I throw it away, and I throw away the manual. That's the first thing that I do, throw away that manual. Okay, so look, you have to remember that a lot of the reasons why you keep forgetting things is because of the radiation frequency coming off of your phone. We're gonna talk about that later. I'm gonna show you guys a picture how that manual warns you that there's heavy radiation coming off of some of y'all phones. The iPhones, the reason why the iPhone is so expensive is because it's less harmful. You gotta remember that everything that's pushed out into the masses is not to help you. Kind of like the microwave, right? Back in Nazi Germany, remember Hitler's soldiers, they were all dying because they had those microwaves inside their camps, right? The microwaves were letting off high levels of radiation, killing those soldiers, right? A lot of Hitler's soldiers were dying because of that microwave, right? Because of the radiation coming out of it. So you got to remember that a lot of things that the so-called government powers that be push out to you guys, it's in a disguise of helping you, but the truth is it's not. Kind of like all the fruits inside of your grocery stores, right? They look good, they look healthy, but the next thing you know that a majority of those fruits inside those grocery stores are GMO. They don't even have the natural essential vitamins in there. You have to eat like 10 of those fruits, literally. You have to eat like 10 fruits from like Ralph's, Food for Less, or from one of these grocery stores in order for you to get the nutrients and the vitamin that you would get from one. Okay, so you got to remember that. So look, what am I trying to say? I gave an experiment to my son yesterday. I told him he forgot something. He opened up his laptop. He forgot what he was thinking about. I told him to put his electronic down, put his laptop down, and he's going to remember what he was thinking about. So as soon as he closed his laptop, he remembered what he was thinking about. I told him that happens to me all the time. Now, does this ever happen to you? When you got a plan on your phone, you're trying to remember something on your phone, right? Okay, so you picked up your phone, you're trying to remember something, you got a plan or something or whatever. As soon as you pick your phone up, you're like, okay, I'm gonna research this, Google this, but as soon as you pick that phone up, you forgot what you were gonna go on, what you were gonna research, who you're gonna call. Well, it's because of the radiation frequency coming off of that phone, and your manual, the manual that comes with that phone, that booklet, it explains that to you thoroughly. Okay, so I'm telling you, do this every single time you forget about something, you had an idea, you forget about it, you pick up your phone, see if there's an electronic next to you, because the radiation frequency coming off of these electronics will easily will easily allow you to forget what you were thinking about. As soon as you move it out the way, you'll find that your recollection comes right back to you. Test it. I'm telling you the truth. Be careful of the radiation coming off of your electronics.